Welcome back. Welcome to our election special Road to Lok Sabha 2024. Well, Congress slammed it as a thug bandhan. BJP did away with it. Masterstroke or poll optics, but signs that all is not well. The Haryana has got a new government. It's a 2.0 version by the BJP with Nayab Saini as the chief minister, as they've split ties with JJP after seat-sharing talks for the Lok Sabha went wrong. But also present for the swearing-in were JJP MLAs, in fact, at least 5 of them. Devender Singh Babli, Jogi Ram Sihag, Ishwar Singh and Ram Nivas Surjakhera. These are 4 of them, at least, who were present for the swearing-in from the JJP faction. And Devender Singh Babli, for that matter, was even a minister in the government of Khattar. So what's the Haryana hurry for the BJP? I'm being joined by Renu Bhatia, who's a BJP leader, Sujata Paul, the Congress spokesperson, Akush Srivastava, a senior journalist. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us.
Thank you.
Renu Bhatia, what's the Haryana hurry? Renu Bhatia, if you can hear me? I think the...
Is it for me, Sujata?
Entire line. That's... No, I'm speaking to Renu Bhatia at this point. Renu, can you hear us?
Yes.
Renu Bhatia, what's the BJP Haryana hurry? What's the hurry? Talks go wrong for Lok Sabha and the entire government is changed.
No, this is nothing you can say hurry. Governments keep changing. It's a routine work that it has changed. Earlier also governments have been changing, whether it is BJP or Congress or any other party in any of the states. This is nothing we can say it's hurry. It's a routine change, and routine change does happen.
But even behind routine changes, there are always usually concerns. You've had earlier governments change midway, but you had concerns over anti-incumbency. Are there concerns that Haryana was facing that a Khattar government had to change?
It's not that Khattar had to change. It's the whatever the party thinks, it's a party vision. Whatever party thinks, whoever party wants, and it's really true that this is a party, it's a party policy. You can say it's a party. BJP mein Sangathan, whatever Sangathan says, it's a very honorable thing. I don't think so there's something in hurry or changes because of elections or anything. It's a routine change and it happened. And Nayab Saini, who's become a new chief minister,
that's very hard to believe, Bhatia ma'am. That's very hard to believe. But if you're saying that, let me just go over to Sujata Paul. Yes. Sujata Paul, you've heard what Renu Bhatia has said. Just to give a sense of what's really happened, just months ahead of the Lok Sabha elections, the veteran Khattar has actually quit as the chief minister. He possibly will be contesting for the Lok Sabha elections. And then a new government is formed with BJP at the helm of affairs, as it were. And then you have JJP MLAs, at least 4 of them who were present for the swearing-in, even as talks go wrong for the Lok Sabha elections. You heard the BJP leader here say that this is how the High Command wanted it. It's a BJP policy.
That means she's admitting that there's total autocracy in this party and they're not accountable to the people of the country, because this is a democracy, and she seems to have forgotten that the constitution has not been changed. It will not be changed, even if Anant Hegde has announced why the 400 number is being asked for. But let's look at this entire thing. It's actually the farmers, the youth, the women wrestlers, all these problems that the government has been facing. You saw the new violence, and the government has failed to control any of these situations, the way the farmers have been treated. And this is obviously this was an unholy alliance, and this was pre-planned definitely, because if you see what happened with the JJP was that they came in on attacking the BJP, and then they joined hands with them. So obviously, because of this huge anti-incumbency that Mr. Manohar Lal Khattar is facing, individually in particular, and the party entirely also, he has probably been asked to go, and because this is again management by the center. Now, very interestingly, Anil Vij, he walked out of the meeting. He wasn't present today, and nobody knew
Didn't
who
speak a
all would be
word.
sitting on the
Didn't
stage.
speak a word.
And yes, yes, but he's just disappeared right now. Let him appear, because the Bharatiya Janata Party needs to answer that. Yesterday, Kavalpal Gujjar also said that, or maybe today, he said that it would be Manohar Lal Khattar ji who would continue as the chief minister. That means nobody knew what was happening. In fact, he was taking oath while Mr. Manohar Lal Khattar has been shunted out. So if you saw you're showing those visuals, and you can see a number of chairs on the stage, but there was nobody sitting over there, so nobody knows what is happening, and everybody is being everything is being done by the high command, and that is why they know that things are not going right for them. But last and final point is that your JJP is definitely on something with the BJP, because they want to split the Jat votes, which is not going to happen anymore, because people have understood this game, because
you're coming on a very important point.
They will be doing it if they try.
Sneha, can I come back with the answer?
I'll get back to you, Renu Bhatia. No, hold on. No, I will get back to you, Renu Bhatia. I know you have the right to respond to this, but let me just go over to Akush Srivastav at this point as well. Akuji, what's happening? For somebody who is watching this politics, this seems to be a repeat mode of what's happened elsewhere. But of course, the vote dynamics, the caste dynamics, extremely different. But it's also a veteran at the front of all of this. What's happening?
This is somehow very clear. Anti-establishment vote was there, anti-establishment feelings were there, और उसके अलावा भी आप जब भी देखेंगे तो 10 साल हो गए थे खट्टर को। इसके पहले बहुत कम ऐसा होता है कि कोई चीफ मिनिस्टर, अब कोई का मतलब ये नहीं कि कोई, बहुत सारे चीफ मिनिस्टर 6-6, 7-7 बार भी लड़ते हैं, लेकिन सामान्यतया 10 साल में एक एंटी इनकम्बेंसी डेवलप हो जाती है, और यही खट्टर के साथ हुआ। लेकिन खट्टर साहब को माफी इसलिए मिलती रही क्योंकि माना जाता रहा कि ये प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के करीबी हैं और इनसे, लेकिन जब प्रधानमंत्री मोदी को भी लग गया, पिछले 6 महीने से ये चर्चाएं चल रही थी कि इनकी रिपोर्ट बहुत खराब है, इनका सर्वे जो आया था भारतीय जनता पार्टी का वो बहुत ठीक नहीं है, और इनको एक संकेत दे दिया गया कि साहब ठीक नहीं, अब चीजें ठीक करिए। ठीक करने के लिए तो बहुत सारी योजनाएं की, वगैरह वगैरह हुआ, और ये बात सही है कि बेईमानी का लेवल बहुत ज्यादा वहां पर नहीं रहा है खट्टर गवर्नमेंट में, लेकिन उसके बाद भी वो जो ग्रुपिज्म होता है, जातियों का जो खेल होता है, उसमें अपने आप को खट्टर साहब बहुत मैनेज नहीं कर पा रहे थे। आज की तारीख में भी कहा जा रहा है कि खट्टर साहब आज अपने दम पर 5,000 लोगों की सभा नहीं कर सकते। इवन आरोप तो ये भी तक लगा कि जब इनसे कहा गया कि साहब आप ठीक कीजिए, तो उसमें भी जो शक्ति प्रदर्शन अपना इनको करना था, वहां पे भी बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाए। इवन कल भी जब गुरुग्राम में प्रधानमंत्री की सभा हुई, वो भी जितनी बड़ी प्रधानमंत्री की सभा होती है वो नहीं हो पाई, और मुझे ये लग गया था कल ही जब जिस तरीके से उन्होंने, प्रधानमंत्री ने उनका विदाई भाषण, मैं विद इन कोट कह रहा हूं, विदाई भाषण किया, वो एक अलग तरीके का था। खट्टर जी की बड़ी महानता बताई गई, खट्टर जी की दोस्ती बताई गई, उनकी स्कूटर बताई गई, उसमें मोदी का पीछे बैठना बताया गया, और ये तय हो गया था ये विदाई का हिस्सा है। ये नहीं था कि 1-2 दिन में ही दूसरा आदमी आ जाएगा, और सही बात आना भी था क्योंकि समय बहुत कम था, 2-3 महीने का समय है। चुनाव अगर एक साथ अभी घोषित हो जाएंगे तो क्या होगा ये नहीं कहा जा सकता, मुझे नहीं लगता कि अभी तत्काल घोषित होना है, लेकिन स्थितियां ऐसी थी कि इनको कुछ ना कुछ करना था, और इसलिए खट्टर को हटाया जाना गया। और खट्टर की जगह देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी में ये सबको पता है कि जाट लीडर अगर आप चुनेंगे तो उसका कोई फायदा नहीं होने जा रहा है, तो इन्होंने फिर अपने साथ जो इनके, क्योंकि नायब सैनी जो है ये बहुत इनके पुराने प्रिय रहे हैं, ये उस दौर की बात है जब,
नहीं, आप ये बताइए, आप क्यों बोल रहे हैं कि जाट लीडर को चुनेगा तो कोई फायदा होने जाना नहीं है? आप ये बताइए जरा, क्यों बोल रहे हैं आप?
देखिए, वहां पर जाट की राजनीति जिस तरीके से, जातियों की राजनीति जो है, उसमें जाट वर्सेस अदर्स होता रहा है हरियाणा में। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ में एक ये माइनस पॉइंट रहा है कि जाट उसको बहुत ज्यादा वोट कभी भी नहीं करता रहा है। जो इतिहास भी अगर आप देखेंगे और उसका कार्यकाल भी देखेंगे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हिस्से में, वो कभी भी वो बहुत बड़ा नेता उनके साथ नहीं रहा है।
Okay.
इसीलिए जब जेजेपी का मामला आया है तो जेजेपी साथ जरूर हो गई, और फिर जब एक वक्त के साथ में लग गया कि अब हनीमून पीरियड खत्म हो गया है, काम धाम खत्म हो रहा है, तो अब अलग होना ही अलग ठीक था। तो जेजेपी ने भी समझा और
आपको
ऐसी
जी
शर्तें
समय
रखी गई
कम है,
कि
लेकिन मुझे रेणु भाटिया के पास जाना जरूरी है। Renu Bhatia, you've heard
Sneha,
what the Congress spokesperson has said. You've also heard what the veteran journalist has also said. Now, Renu Bhatia, two aspects that I have to answer. What seems to be very strong anti-incumbency. Second, what seems to be very strong allegations of Khattar government not being able to perform to what was required. And third, the caste politics not really playing out to what the BJP would have expected.
नेहा, बहुत अच्छा रहेगा. It would be really good if we do not talk about caste politics, ये वो in Haryana. If we say very clearly, we had seen, if I reply back to my dear Sujata ji, so राजस्थान में पिछले दिनों में क्या हुआ और अब हमारे जो changes आए हैं, you can find a very clear difference how the regards to each other Khattar ji and Saini Saab has been giving each other. It is a regard that he's been touching his feet, taking Ashirwad from him. It is not like saying Nikamma, Bekar Admi, like the Rajasthan previous Congress Chief Minister said to Sachin Pilot. So, एक तो मेरी दोस्त सुजाता को ये समझना होगा कि regards क्या होते हैं. I don't want to talk about Rahul and Manmohan Singh ji last stories or incumbency and all those things. I don't want to go on that.
I get what
Let's
you're
talk
coming to,
about
and I'll go to
latest
Ms.
things.
Sujata on that. But what about Haryana? What about Haryana?
And
What
if
about
we talk
Haryana?
about
You have a
Srivastava ji,
veteran leader who stepped down.
Sneha, can I just complete my words, Sneha, please? And if we talk about Srivastav ji's answer, he is a very senior journalist. I have regards for him from my field he is. But then when we say that there are changes, there's an earthquake as I read on your screen, it is a routine change. It changes, it happens, and party does all these changes in the karyakartas. We all are karyakartas. Saini Saab and CM sir both were karyakartas in the same party. I remember those days when we used to debate with you, Sneha, on your Mirror Now only, Times Now, all the channels, different channels, when Khattar ji was first time elected as a CM. All these friends of mine from the opposite party were blaming, kahin bahar se le aaye, inke paas apna karyakarta nahi tha, ye tha, wo tha. All those blames also we had been hearing and facing, and we answered them very well. And now when the karyakarta has become CM, from karyakarta to karyakarta, if there is a change, then also they say he anti-incumbency or why they brought Jati
Sujata
Samikaran.
Paul, okay, let me just go across to Sujata Paul. We're very short on time. Sujata Paul, to what Renu Bhatia is asking, one question, and I have to ask you this. See, whatever Renu Bhatia is saying or whatever BJP may say, in fact, not choose to say officially at all. That is what's really happening. None of them are speaking officially about this massive change that has happened. However, something like this can't be done in a Congress government. And call it whatever you want to. At the end of the day, if they could pick up that something is not going right in a particular state, just weeks before, in fact, just the week when the election is supposed to be declared, the dates at least are likely to be out this week. And in a short while, you will have the elections. They have the audacity, the spine to be able to go and do, if I can use the word surgical strike. Now, will Congress be able to have that appetite and gumption to win?
as far as the spine is concerned, it's spinelessness that you're talking actually about. Because, we live in a democracy and we are accountable to people who elect us. If we are in government, we're supposed to give them governance. We don't go change governments at the last minute. 6 months before the
Oh my
assembly
God.
elections, you're changing the
I think
government because you
Jigata, you
did the
should.
same thing in Gujarat. You did the same thing in Uttarakhand. Mind you,
No,
that does
allow
not
her
mean
to
that you're
speak.
giving
Allow
governance.
Sujata to speak.
Yeah. So this doesn't really mean that you are giving governance to people who deserve it. As far as the Lok Sabha
All
elections are
right.
concerned, they got
30
all
seconds,
the 10
Sujata.
seats, right? So they made a clean sweep. So they can't do anything better. So it's actually the anti-incumbency that they're facing, because of which they're taking these steps. But is it
All
right,
right.
when you talk about politics? Politics is for people. But when politics
Okay.
stoops to this level, I am reminded of the time when Amit Shahji had announced the name of Captain Abhimanyu Singh
Sujata
as
Paul,
the next chief
we're
minister
totally out
of
of time. I'm
Haryana.
being told to
And
wrap.
yes, but what about Anil Vij? He's disappeared completely. So that doesn't mean that things are all right. And these
Absolutely.
guys are
Very, very
imploding from
valid
within.
point,
Sneha,
Sujata,
should I
Renu
answer?
Bhatia, Sujata Paul,
Sneha,
as
should
well
I
as
answer
Akush
Sujata?
Srivastav. Thank you very much for joining us. A lot needs to be known with what's happening from the BJP, and officially, at least the people of Haryana need to hear it from either the chief minister who stepped down or the chief minister who's been elected to what's happening. At least that's something that in a democracy people should know. Hopefully, we should hear soon, if at all. Thank you very much, all three of you, for joining us.